Hi, this is Prof Carol Benn. We're here to talk today about breast and breast awareness. So it's nice that it's October. It's a pity it just comes around once a year. So I think the first thing is breast awareness is something that should be 12 months of the year. So why do we need to be breast aware? It's because we see so much breast cancer. So breast cancer is neither ageist, racist, nor sexist. We see breast cancer in men, we see breast cancer in 19-year-olds, we see breast cancer in people across the board. So we're really here to remind you the most important thing is for you to be breast aware about your body. Your body is your temple, and you need to be able to examine and know if something is going wrong. What fascinates me is a statistic that 65% of all our ladies we see in government and state have locally advanced breast cancers. And this is not because they don't know that the cancers are there. You know if you've got a stone in your shoe, you know if you've got a scratch somewhere, and you know if you've got a lump. It's because people are not sure what the significance of the problem is, and neither do they know how to access and where they should access healthcare. So we must start off by doing a general breast examination once a month. So what's interesting is that 50% of masses are actually picked up by someone's significant other. There was a good excuse. Okay, so what we want to do is you take your top and brow off. Gravity hates women more than men, and food hates women more than men. I'm just putting that out there. So you lift your brow up and you give your boobs a bit of a wobble, and you have a look to see that nothing is pulling in the skin. You then use the flat of your hands to examine your breast. You lift your arms slowly to the side because that sees if anything is retracting on the nipple or the skin. So with the flat of your hand, you examine your breast, and you examine the glands in your armpit with your arm relaxed at the side. When you go for breast investigations, they lift your arm above your head. When you do that, you actually pull all the tissue forward and you can't feel it so well. So you've touched your T's and now you've found something concerning. What do you do now? You don't rush into your friendly surgeon to have surgery. What you do is you go and see your general practitioner and get them to take a history and examine your breasts as well. Now it may be that they take a history and examine your breasts and don't find anything of concern. If you are checking your breast once a month and you are picking up something different, it is important that you take this further. We don't have eyes on our fingers, neither doctors nor people. So you must go for the relevant radiology investigations. If you're under 35, this is an ultrasound, a breast sonar. If you're over 35, you go for a mammogram and an ultrasound. And that you should always have this done in a unit that has a special interest in breasts. And if we pick up something concerning, what next? The next is you do what we call a needle biopsy. It's a core needle biopsy. They give a bit of local and they take a small sample of tissue. You do not go and have an operation to find out what something is. Now, before you go ahead and have your biopsy, work out what your costs are. Sometimes the costs of these radiology investigations are not paid out of your medical aid up front. So find out what all your options are. You're not dealing with an emergency. So for example, healthcare is a fundamental human right and you can access good healthcare in good government units. The Helen Joseph Breast Clinic runs an open clinic on a Tuesday. So if you've never had any investigations, you can come in. We triage you into red, yellow and green, whether you need an urgent, semi-urgent or not, mammogram and ultrasound with the relevant radiology investigations. So work out your costs. Now you've had a biopsy done and it comes back as a breast cancer. Before we talk about what to do next, we must remember that not everything in the breast is a breast cancer. There are many different other things it can be. So they found it's a breast cancer, and again, take time with all your decisions. All breast cancers today should be discussed in a big multidisciplinary environment where you have independent doctors, many from different hospitals and different specialties, discussing what your different options are. So you don't rush into your old blonde surgeon's office who turns around and says to you, you must cut both your breasts off. No one died of breast cancer in their breast. It's cancer's ability to spread. Cancer doesn't jump around the same breast, nor does it jump to the other breast. 70% of women who have a breast cancer can have a breast-saving operation. Breast cancer surgery is choice, it's psychology, not science. So you don't have to take off both your breasts. Some women may choose to, and your treatment should always be discussed in a unit that specializes in what we call oncoplastics, where you can have the offer around reconstruction at the same time as your breast cancer surgery. Because what we know is breast cancer is slow growing, and the biology, the behavior of the breast cancer determines what treatment and what treatment order you need. So important, take responsibility, informed consent for your body, and ask questions. Take time with the decisions you make so you don't feel you rush down one treatment path. Look at costs, look at options. Remember, touch your T's, they are your T's. Check them out, take responsibility for your health care, and enjoy October.